At one point, these industries built America's wealth, powered its wars, and shaped the lives of millions. They created cities overnight, turned ordinary workers into middle-class legends, and made the United States the most powerful economy on Earth. But today, many of them are shadows of what they once were. What happened to the industries that made America? And more importantly, could the same forces be reshaping today's economy right now? This is the story of the rise and fall of America's greatest industries. America wasn't built by one invention or one moment. It was built by industries' massive systems of labor, capital, and innovation that defined entire eras. Each generation had its backbone industry, and when those industries thrived, America thrived. But when they collapsed, entire regions were left behind. To understand modern America, we have to go back to where it all began. 1. Steel. The industry that built a nation in the late 1800s. Steel was America's superpower. Railroads stretched across the continent. Skyscrapers climbed into the sky. Bridges connected cities and economies. None of it existed without steel. Cities like Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Gary became industrial giants. Steel mills ran day and night, employing millions. A single steel job could support an entire family and 10 some. But the industry that built America also burned itself out. By the 1970s, foreign competition, outdated factories, and rising labor costs hit hard. Other countries modernized faster. American mills didn't. Plants shut down almost overnight. Communities that depended on steel collapsed. What had once been America's strongest industry became a warning. 2. Coal. Powering the industrial age. Coal fueled America's factories, trains, and power plants. For decades, coal miners powered the American dream, often at the cost of their own health. Entire towns existed for one reason: the mine. Coal brought electricity, growth, and national dominance. But coal had enemies it couldn't outrun: cleaner energy, environmental damage, automation. As demand dropped, so did jobs. Mining towns across Appalachia faced unemployment, poverty, and decline. Coal didn't just fade, it collapsed under the weight of a changing world. 3. Detroit and the auto empire. If steel built America, cars defined it. Detroit was once the richest city in America per capita. Ford, GM, and Chrysler didn't just sell cars. They sold freedom, status, and identity. Assembly line jobs created the modern middle class. One income could buy a house, a car, and a future. But success bred complacency. Foreign automakers made smaller, more efficient cars. Automation replaced workers. Poor decisions piled up. By the early 2000s, Detroit collapsed. Factories closed. Neighborhoods emptied. An industry that once ruled the world needed government bailouts just to survive. 4. Manufacturing. The heart of the middle class. For most of the 20th century, manufacturing was America. From appliances to electronics, made in the USA meant quality and pride. Manufacturing jobs created stable lives without college degrees. Then globalization changed everything. Production moved overseas. Cheaper labor won. Millions of jobs disappeared. Entire regions, later called the Rust Belt, were left behind. Manufacturing didn't vanish, but it was never the same again. 5. Oil and energy. Still rising. Steel. Falling oil made America a global superpower. It powered wars, economies, and modern life. Boom towns rose overnight in Texas and North Dakota, then crashed just as fast when prices dropped. Today, oil faces a future it can't fully control. Renewables, electric vehicles, climate pressure. The industry still exists, but its dominance is no longer guaranteed. 6. The pattern nitrogen monoxide one talks about. Every great American industry followed the same path. Rapid rise, massive wealth, cultural dominance, resistance to change, eventual decline. The industries didn't fail because Americans stopped working hard. They failed because the world changed. And they didn't adapt fast enough. Conclusion. What comes next today? New industries are rising technology, AI, renewable energy. They look unstoppable. But history asks an uncomfortable question. Will today's giants become tomorrow's forgotten industries? America's past is full of lessons. The rise and fall of its greatest industries reminds us of one truth. No industry lasts forever. Only adaptation does, and the future of America will depend on whether it remembers that lesson or ignores it once again.